Okay, everyone get back. You'll contaminate the crime scene. There's no pulse. She's dead.
What happened?
Okay, everyone, put your phones on the bed. I will avenge your death. I will solve this crime. Hi, I'm Ed. I'm head of security here at the Duke of Edinburgh Hotel. And I thought I'd start my own YouTube channel because that's what all the cool kids are doing. Anyway, today is a very special day because Miss Kezia Du Pont, an actress, and I'm a huge fan of hers, is coming to stay here at the hotel. And it's very exciting because the crew truck is actually pulling up now. It's a lot of gear. I'm not sure what they're using all that gear for, but here they come. Sorry, yeah, do you know Miss Kezia? Anyway, the kit room's through there. Anyway, I've got my photo here, ready for Kezia to sign, the Baroness. So hopefully that'll be happening later. Look, can I have that back?
Maybe if you, I don't know, promise not to ask for her autograph.
But why?
Because you are hotel staff. We need to remain present and professional at all times for our guests.
What about stalkers?
Stalkers. Yeah, okay. Ed, where do you think you are? This is not Hollywood, okay? She's just some actress. No one around here's got a shrine to her. At least, I doubt it.
Oh, sorry. I were told that you might have some AA batteries.
I have not.
Look, mate, I've got two here. I was going to use them with my torch, but...
Hey, who you on? Great bloke you got there.
Look, the next one's a written warning, so maybe don't talk to crew either.
Fine. Okay, so I've just been told that I can't bother Miss Kezia Du Pont and get her autograph, but never fear, I shall get my fix of the Baroness tonight when I watch the new episode of Miss Rumpole Investigates. Oh my God. I think this is her.
Like, hello, yeah?
It is her. She's much shorter than she looks on TV. It doesn't matter. This is my moment.
Promise not to ask for her autograph.
How do you spell it?
Detective Summers, please tell me, what have you deduced?
Murderer of our poor departed vicar, I'm sorry to tell you, Miss Rumpole, is your esteemed ally, Professor Peacock. My suspicions were aroused when Baroness here complained of a draft in the library.
It's true. Someone had left a window open.
Oh, no.
My dear Sir Edward, do enlighten us.
Miss Rumpole, Baroness.
This is outrageous!
Detective, please. Sir Edward is an old and trusted friend. Sir Edward, please continue.
First this evening, I'd like to challenge the jumped-up accusations against Professor Peacock.
But Professor Peacock isn't here to defend himself.
You're quite right, Baroness. But my number one suspect is...
But Sir Edward, that's Smithers, my humble manservant.
Hold out your hands, Sonny Jim. See that shake? Definite sign of guilt.
Sir Edward, no!
Don't worry, Mrs. Rumpole. I'm just getting started. Sit down, son. So, what was your relationship to the victim?
I waited on him a few times.
Baroness, would you be so kind to smell this glass of wine poured for my delectation just moments earlier? But be careful. Do not let one drop touch those ruby red lips.
Almonds! I smell almonds! It must be arsenic!
The Baroness smells almonds, but I smell fear. Perhaps a drop of this will loosen your tongue?
Detective! Detective! Outrageous!
That's right. The detective.
Thank you, Sir Edward. I knew you'd get to the bottom of it.
My hero.
Baroness? Oh. Yeah, alright, okay. Late again. God, he's always moaning. I don't know what his problem is, though. It's not like anything ever happens on the night shift. My God, did you hear that? That was a scream! Come on. I will avenge your death. We'll solve this crime. And what was your relationship to the victim?
Relationship? I'm the receptionist. You know me. I checked her in.
That is correct.
I served her drinks. She drank Cinzano Rosso. We had to order it in especially.
She was a friend. We'd have drinks together occasionally after work.
She was decent. We got on well.
She always asks for me. I do her makeup, special effects as well as beauty.
And what were you doing in her room at midnight?
We swapped rooms that morning. Hers were too noisy. I sleep like the dead, mate. But, well, you know how it is. It'd been a busy day at work and I kind of forgotten. When I got there, though, the door was open.
We thought it was Charlie's room. We didn't know he swapped.
We?
Me and Rose, we were going to play a trick on him.
That's what the bear was for. We were going to make him cuddle the teddy.
And take pictures while he was sleeping.
Yeah, and why were you playing a trick on him?
Because he's a dick.
And what were you doing in her bedroom at midnight?
She texts me. You can check my phone.
I'd run out of refreshments. She always has had a couple of drinks open, so...
Can I smell almonds? Have you got arsenic on you?
Arsenic? What are you on about?
You know what I'm on about. We're carrying around there. Let's have a look, shall we? What you're carrying around in your special black bag. Yes, it's almonds. I recognise the smell of fear.
Darling, that's Chanel.
When did you last see the victim? Who were the victim's top 3 recording artists of all time? The victim had to choose a holiday destination. Which would they choose, Prague or Maui? Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Answer the question. Were you aware the victim wore a wig? You were. And what's your job? You're the wig maker.
But as I got there, I heard screaming.
Screaming, yeah. Now, was it like a...
Maybe like a
more like a...
maybe psycho scream, you know, the... Yeah.
More like a...
That was a pterodactyl.
Okay, so...
Do the first one again.
Put your hand up.
Eh?
Put your hand up. Let's see it, come on.
See? Yeah, is it shit?
Come when the police get here.
Classic guilty conscience.
Okay, at this point, I suppose any normal person would phone the police, but I am no normal person. What would Sir Edward do? He would return to the scene of the crime and find the murder weapon.
What's the body?
No! What are you doing here? Get out!
But you're dead.
Dead? What are you talking about? You! Did you get my message? What? I'm having an allergic reaction.
I told you not to keep it on.
What, and I'm supposed to just sit in the makeup chair all day listening to you babble on again about your tawdry conquests?
You told me she was dead. You checked her pulse.
Yeah, but look, all the blood.
Blood. This is fake. That's wine.
The press are here. Someone must have called them.
The press? Yeah, the press. I'll probably tell them the whole thing was a hoax. It's a good job that bloody manager's not here, though. He's on a late shift.
Door's gonna close.
No, you don't do it properly. For God's sake, you're done. You're fired. Thank you.
Nothing to lose now.
Okay, I've actually lost my job. But the silver lining is there's nothing holding me back now. I can finally get Kezia's autograph.
Hey! Stay there, don't come near. This woman, she destroyed my life. It was my first feature as a director. She fought me on every bloody decision. She made my life a living hell on it. She went to the execs. She had me fired. And now all I do is get jobs in sound department.
That was you?
Okay, let's all calm down here, all right? What was the film?
It was an in-depth look at the misery of youth and society.
Yeah, look, I'm not being funny, mate. Sounds like she did you a favour.
You know I'm in charge here.
Technically, it's the manager who's in charge, then the duty manager, then the night manager, then it's probably me.
All right, then. Shut up now.
Why don't you just put the knife down, okay?
Why don't you put your pen down?
Well, because what you don't understand, Sonny Jim, is the pen is mightier.
Stick!
My hero.
Did you sign my picture?
Sure. I don't have a pen. To Ed, was it?
You can put a little heart.
Sure. How's that? Do you want this one back?
No, you can keep that.